Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video let's talk about the iQOO 3. So iQOO 3 was first announced in Feb 2020 in India with a starting price of around 38,000. Then the GST price increase came in and it was again increased further. Now after that there came a discount where it was priced 34,990, that means 35,000 rupees. You get the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset and 8 gigs of RAM as well, and it's a really powerful hardware with great looks, a good set of cameras as well. Now there is further price drop for the iQOO 3. So if you are having a ICICI credit or debit card, you can get around 3,000 rupees further down. That means around 32,000 you get the iQOO. So how good is the device for this price segment? Should you buy this device? That's what we are going to analyze in this video. So in case you're first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish on this channel. Now coming to the iQOO 3. So let's have a look at the design and build quality. You can see that the front panel design definitely looks good. It is having one of the smallest punch hole cameras. The 16 megapixel punch hole camera is kind of smallest and definitely gives a good feel altogether. You can see that the bezels are also minimal, even the bottom bezels looks good, and the front panel design definitely looks premium. And if you look at the back panel again, you can see that it's made of glass and a premium material being used. We have a quad camera setup, again neatly integrated, and you also get the 48 megapixel quad camera. Now the back panel has also a pattern on the back panel. You can see that it's not visible directly, but there is a pattern. You can see it feels really nice, and there's iQOO branding as well. The curved edges also gives a good in-hand feel, but the only problem we had with this device is that it is kind of heavy. It's slightly on the heavier side when using because the weight distribution feels kind of weird at times for a 6.44 inches device. The thickness and the weight is kind of slightly on the higher side. That's the only issue we had with the design. Now talking about the display. Now this has a 6.44 inches AMOLED display. It's a really good AMOLED display. It's a super AMOLED display, and the viewing angles are really good. The touch response feels very smooth. The colors are again vivid. It's a really good device in terms of display. But one thing you would definitely miss on this device is that being a flagship, the refresh rate is still at 60 Hz. There is no 90 Hz or 120 Hz. So that's the major thing which you would miss on the iQOO 3. But having said that, the display quality definitely looks good. There is no other issue other than the refresh rate should have been ideally 90 Hz, but then you get only 60 Hz. Now talking about the software. Now the phone comes with the iQOO UI. That's the UI which runs on this device. You can see that my device, you can see iQOO UI is the one which runs on this device. Now iQOO UI is more like a rebranded version of the FunTouch OS. Now the thing here is that if you look at the FunTouch OS, there are some weird things like you have to swipe from the bottom to get the notification toggles, but that has been fixed on the iQOO UI. If you swipe from the top, you can get these notification toggles, so that way iQOO UI is better. But otherwise you can see that it is more like the rebranded version of the FunTouch OS. Actually it feels quite good because more because it has the Snapdragon 865, so it's more or less smooth experience. You get a lot of additional features as well. You get an app drawer as well. That's another thing which has been missing on Vivo smartphone. So there also you get an app drawer. So that's something which iQOO UI has done pretty good. So overall UI feels quite smooth, but again a lot of bloatwares are included in the UI. Those could have been avoided, especially when you are selling a flagship smartphone. Those bloatwares could have been avoided on the iQOO 3, but otherwise it's kind of pretty smooth experience. Now talking about the performance side, this is one area where we really like the iQOO UI. The performance has been really top notch. We have done a speed test comparison. We found that the performance is really superb on this device, and it's really butter smooth experience, and the RAM management was also really good, and again app response time is also really good. So there has been a really good optimization in terms of the hardware as well as software, so that makes the device really good in terms of performance. Now the gaming experience is also really good. We have this monster button. While monster buttons are not really as good as what it has been advertised, but then it still works good, but not really smooth like the air triggers on the ROG Phone 2. It's not as good as that, but still it works quite well. So if you're a person who is a gamer, this device will be really exciting for you, especially for 2 counts. This has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 and this monster button along with some gaming mode available. It should help you in getting some really good gaming abilities. Now this device also has a in-display fingerprint scanner and a face unlock, which is quite good. Again, the call quality again was good. We did not see any sort of issues. Now another good thing about the device is that there is UFS 3.1 for the storage. So UFS 3.1 is much faster than the UFS 3.0, which is available on the OnePlus 8. So OnePlus 8 also does not get UFS 3.1. So that's one thing really good. And apart from that, another important thing about this device is that it gets the 3.5mm audio jack. A lot of smartphones, including the flagship category, are removing the 3.5mm audio jack. So another highlight for the iQOO 3 is that it comes with 3.5mm audio jack. And next the cameras. So this has been one of the kind of disappointments on the iQOO 3. The camera performance is kind of average, or rather you can say that above average, not a class leading performer, nor a flagship level performer. The samples were good, the camera samples we took from iQOO 3 were good, but again they were kind of saturated at times, and again too much saturation in some of the photos, especially the greens as well as the blues. The sky tends to be saturated a lot. The portrait shots were good, and the close-up shot, there is also macro mode which does a pretty good job. Low light experience also was kind of slightly above average, but again overall if you look at the camera experience, we were not really impressed with the camera performance. Probably more updates are required to make the camera again better. So camera has been one of the disappointments for the iQOO 3, and it still remains even after like 3-4 months. We haven't seen major upgrades in terms of the camera performance. We have done the camera review as well. You can check out that video. Now this device comes with a 4440 mAh capacity battery, which is a pretty good capacity battery, and on top of that you get this 55 watt fast charging, which again is really good. You can get almost like 0 to 100% in an hour's time, and the battery performance is again really good. So that is the battery aspect and the fast charging. So now with the ICICI discount, credit card and debit card discount, you get the device for around 31,999 or rather 31,990 or 32,000 rupees. So how good is this device for 32,000? Now if you look at the highlights of the device, good build quality, then it has a pretty good display, then software experience is good, excellent performance, good gaming experience, and great battery life along with good fast charging. Now the cons of the device: no 90Hz refresh rate offered, then iQOO UI could have been a tad better with bloatwares included, that could have been avoided. Then apart from that, the camera performance is strictly average, and then you get a device which is slightly heavy. Other than that, it's a really good device. Now the base variant, that's the one which is sold for 32,000 or rather without the card offer 35,000. That variant does not have 4G, but then again having a 5G variant in India doesn't make really sense now, because again 5G will take another 2 years to come. So if you are now buying a device, ideally we don't really need a 5G device right now. So even at this price 32,000, this is a really good deal. In our opinion, it's definitely a good deal, except for the camera and some minor issues. It's still a good deal. If you want a really powerful device which has a great performance in terms of the gaming abilities, good battery life, the iQOO 3 is still a great device for buy at 35,000, or if with card offers you can get for around 32,000. So that was our review of the iQOO 3 after like 3-4 months of usage. It's still a really good device. It's a powerful hardware. Even after launch of OnePlus 8, it's still a really good device because the pricing is now much lower than other devices. So hope this video was useful. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.